Hello. Revival is probably far from release. Earliest is probably 2027. I thought they said it was coming out in 2026. Didn't it have a release window of 26? I thought it was coming out next year. I don't think they gave us a date. Nailed it. They did say next year? That's what I thought. It is going to be new voice actors for the Persona 4 Revival, yeah, because Yuri Lowenthal and a bunch of others already said that they weren't asked back. Yuri Lowenthal said that he even, like, asked Atlas to let him do it, and Atlas said no, which is frustrating. Nice work there, Link. Of course you couldn't have done it without me, but no need to thank Bruce. I know I saved your tail. Now let's get that gated time thing up and running. I'll go on ahead. Honestly, where's the lie? Whee! To the top! Atlas USA is just incompetent, honestly. Because Persona 3 Reload has the original voice actors, don't they? I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that the Japanese version of Persona 3 didn't get new voice actors. They got the old ones, but the English dub just got completely new people. Seems you were successful in imprisoning the monster again. Indeed I was. You have my thanks, Link. As do you, Groose. I do not wish to dwell on what may have happened if you two hadn't been here. Aw, you give me too much credit, Granny. You're the one who got me to stop feeling sorry for myself and put my energy into doing what I could to help. I did what was necessary to get you to realize your full potential. Link, you must wonder just what it is that you've been fighting out there in the Great Pit. There's much I could tell you, but suffice to say it is the root of the evil we face. When you pass through the Gate of Time, you shall learn more. We may seal it and reseal it into its prison 1,000 times, but it will always shatter the bonds that confine it. Such is its awesome power. We must destroy it at its source or suffer this fate again and again. There's no time to lose. Hit the gate with the Skyward Strike. I'm on it. Come on already, charge that sword of yours with that Sacred Force stuff Granny was talking about and zap the Gate of Time. Right, Granny? Indeed. Now, Link, go. Go to the gate. Boop. There we go. Yo, we're playing Tetris now? Tetris minigame to save Zelda? This is the Zelda content I've been waiting for. This looks like one of the shrines from Breath of the Wild. I'm about to have to do some, like, put all the blocks together minigame with the Magnesis ability. In order to get Zelda, you have to beat NES Tetris. So true. Oh my goodness, it's 8-bit. We have to play the original Zelda. Never mind. Back to 3D. Hacker voice, we're in again. Easy. The only reason I can think of as to why for Persona they're getting new VAs is because they weren't able to get all of the old VAs to return, so they just wanted to do all new VAs. No, I can think of another reason, and honestly, I would bet like $100 against you that my reason is the real one and yours is incorrect, which is that it is cheaper for Atlas to hire new VAs instead of hiring the old ones. I think it's literally just a matter of it was cheaper for them to do the English dub if they hired completely new people instead of getting the old people back who had done the voices before. I think it's literally just that. Do not fear it. This is what we have waited for. At long last, the gate has been reactivated. I fear nothing. Standing before you is a path that transcends the flow of time. It is a portal to the past, to the very place where Zelda now waits. Go bravely, Link. If everything is as I suspect, the reunion with Zelda you fought so hard for lies beyond this gate. Didn't they have Akihiko's original VA do the police officer and reload, though? Yeah, but how many lines did the original VA have to read for that, compared to reading all of Akihiko's lines? The VAs who do more VA work are gonna be, like, if they make them do more VA work, they're gonna have to pay them more. Nah, don't worry about me. I'm gonna hang back here, Link. That stupid monster doesn't know when to quit, and Granny here keeps yapping on about how we never know when it might bust free again. Yeah, but Bruce, we're like traveling through time for this. When I come back, it's gonna be like the same time that I left, presumably. Someone's gotta stick around and guard the place. Might as well be me. What a bro. Besides, if I'm not here, who's gonna look out for the old girl? And you know what? Nah, forget about it. When you see Zelda, tell her I said, "What's up?" Let's go. The gear portal. Bro is walking on air. Hello. Temple of Hylia. Hey! At last, I've been expecting you, Link. You're doubtless overwhelmed, so I will explain things as simply as I can. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will come to be known as the Sealed Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here, the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise. And little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft. It is true to its name, you have passed through the gate of time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now, you must proceed back through the great doors behind you. It is there that the person you've risked life and blood to defend waits for you. Yo, RTK, what's up, man? Never been on a YouTube stream, it feels wrong. Oh, RTK. You've come so far, Link. I'm glad you made it. Imagine Link has a heart attack, like, right now. I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. We've traveled very far from home to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king, known as Demise, have not yet healed. All the fairy tales about that war we heard growing up in Skyloft, incredible as it may seem, they appear to all be real. I think it's time you learned the whole story. Let me try to explain. Princess Exposition! The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. Yeah, kind of stupid move by them, not gonna lie. They called it the Triforce. In his thirst to make the world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became the new home of our people. In time, it came to be known as Skyloft. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hylia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against his fearsome power. Hylia had suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free, there would be no stopping him. And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Hylia devised 2 separate plans and set them both into motion. You're gonna catch flies, Link. First, she created Fi. She made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose, to assist her chosen hero on his mission. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul to the body of a mortal. Yo, Link, you've been trying to date a literal goddess, bro. She made this sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. For while the supreme power of the Triforce was created by gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers in her immortal form. You probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Link? You're the chosen hero, and I, Zelda, I am the goddess reborn as a mortal. I think that means she might be out of your league, bro. The day of the ceremony, Girahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives in the sealed grounds. I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me to remember who I was and what I had to do. I set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa, an agent of the goddess, led me here to the past. All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of Demise. Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination. But even in his hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do what he desires. We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him, at any cost. That is why I intend to remain here in this time and place, to sustain the seal as best as I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time. I must maintain the seal that Hylia, rather that I, created so long ago and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can now see that this is my purpose. Link, the goddess, created Fi and the great blade she's a part of for very specific reasons. For the task of standing against Demise in the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Link. During your long journey, you've grown so much. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you've found true courage. Triforce! Now that those qualities reside in you, you're worthy of wielding the power the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce. Dibs! Sorry, Demise, game over. I called dibs. It's done. Nothing you can do now, bro. Oh my goodness, he's proposing. Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels, you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. Oh, is this where the Master Sword, like, fully wakes up? The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof you are the hero of legend, and that within you dwells sacred power. Words. It is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Link. Draw your sword. There we go. That's the Master Sword. The goddess has blessed your blade, and the Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power to drive back demons, and only Link may wield it. Based. Where's my water? I need a drink. Link, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish Demise once and for all. Dude, this has been so much work to get the Triforce. What if I just, like, go get the Dragon Balls instead? I feel like getting the Dragon Balls is easier. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. Yeah, well, I'm a gamer, so I think I got it. It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. Game theory time. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. Somehow I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of the land. Which brings us back to you. To face demise and give the land hope, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Link. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield that supreme power. And so Hylia, and so I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into any danger, without even a moment's doubt. I used you. I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all of this, Link, but you have to understand this is a war and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor. All that may be well-intentioned and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep for thousands of years. You pay the price, you get to take an extended nap. I gotta go, fight moblins. Doesn't seem very fair. Why don't you go throw hands with the bats and the slimes, and I'll, take a breather for a couple thousand. Link, I can't say it enough, I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last forever. You shouldn't have let her walk so far away from you, bro. Aw, dang it, Link. Your girlfriend turned into a magical yellow crystal. Aw, bro. You and Sokka are gonna have a lot to talk about. He'll understand what you're going through. While it's true that I am Hylia Reborn, I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still your Zelda. Your Zelda? Link, I think you're in there. Unfortunately, she's become a block of topaz. When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm gonna ask you a favor, sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. Well, you had your bird spit stuff at me, but yeah. But this time, when all this is over, will you come to wake me up? I promise. If I had a penny for every time Zelda got locked in a crystal, I'd have a whole $1. It's kind of her thing. Alright, this is no longer topaz. It was very yellow during the glowy bit, but now it's definitely amber. This is very orange now. She's in an amber crystal. Zelda, you could have at least T-posed at the last second to assert your dominance over Demise. Impa, my girlfriend became an Aerodactyl. What do I do? Also, who shut that door?